Hi guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Charlottetilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It's their new launch, so if you want to see how I got this and what I think of the new foundation, then just keep watching. Okay, so let's get started. In the Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation, I'm a shade 8 warm with fake tan, and obviously you can see I don't match my body because I don't fake tan my face. I do fake tan my body just because it would like break my skin out because I've got quite sensitive skin. With out tan, or like kind of that in-between stage, I'm a 7 warm, which is a really nice colour as well. I would definitely say the warm shades are very warm. Like on the wrong person they are too warm, they can be orange, but if you've got that undertone, like if you sunbed or you fake tan or you've got like olive in your skin, or you just like a warmer foundation, the W shades are really good. And then you've got neutral and cool, so I'd say the neutral shades are quite yellowy, and then the cool shades are really nice if you've got slightly more pink in your tone, or even if you're more neutral. So the neutral I think are actually better for people with more yellow undertones in their skin, but obviously it's always preference with undertones, because I've got quite a pink undertone without tan on. Like a lot of people would colour match me to really pinky and light foundations back when like I didn't fake tan, and I'd hate it. I'd always want to go for yellow to counteract, so I think it's quite personal. That was a long sidetrack about the shades, but anyway, there's loads of shades in this foundation, 44 I believe, and yeah, you've got warm, cool and neutral, so you've got 3 undertones, which is really cool, similar to how like MAC have their undertones, but obviously you've got 3, you haven't just got cool and like NW and NC. So yeah, there's tons of shades. You will definitely find your shade in there. It's amazing that they've now extended their shade range, because you've obviously got all deep tones now, so that's really good. And yeah, compared to Charlottetilbury foundations that they've got at the moment, you've got like the Light Wonder, which is like their light coverage. Magic foundation is like a medium to full. That is really nice for me. I just still get quite oily with it, because it's, even though it's matte, for me it's like not quite matte enough for like the whole day, but it's nice coverage. It doesn't feel like cakey. This is like full coverage, so if you don't like full coverage, you probably won't like this. This is like amazing. I would compare it to things like Double Wear. I would say it's fuller than Studio Fix, and the longevity on it is insane. So like if you want something that wears, wow, this is amazing. I'm gonna like carry on talking about it whilst I put it on, because this is just a long introduction. So try not to get any in my hair. So I'm literally gonna use like a pump or 2, pump and a half, pump and a bit, because a little bit really goes a long way. So I'm literally going to do it how I always do my foundation. I have tried this before, so it's not like a first impressions, but that way I can really like obviously tell you guys how it wears on my skin. But I'm really doing this how I do my normal base routine. Like I'm not doing it with all Charlottetilbury products, I'm doing it with all the general products I would use. So I'm just going to start off with the Spectrum brush, B01 I think, and just the flat top foundation brush, and I'm just going to start on this side. So what I would really recommend, work in like one area at a time, because it sets down quickly, like so quickly. So she says as she literally goes onto the other side, but I put a little bit too much in one area, but yeah, it does set quickly, so make sure you'll like work quite fast with it. And I know it's gonna look quite yellow on me to start with, but I'll talk more about the colour in a minute. Okay, so this is what it looks like all over, just 2 pumps over the whole face. You can see it is full coverage. It is so flawless, really smooth, and when it first applies, I'd definitely say it is matte. It is really easy to apply, really easy to work with, but as I say, it does just dry down quite quickly, so you just have to work quite quickly when blending it. You can definitely see it's quite warm. It kind of works in my tan, but I would say 7 warm is going to be better for me, just because the 8 warm's best when I'm like really freshly tanned and I'm at my darkest. But I love the finish of it. It is so nice. It is so full coverage. So I would definitely say with the colours, they they go a bit darker on the skin once they apply. So they don't like go darker like all day. They don't like how, you know, some foundations oxidize. You go out the house and then you come back like 5 shades darker. It doesn't do that, but you'll see even like whilst watching this, it's like adjusting to my skin more. When you first apply it, all of them, I would say all of the tones are like very strong pigment, if that makes sense. Like the neutrals look like yellow and the warms look orange and the cools look like quite light, but then once they adapt to the skin, it works with your skin. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it like adapts to your skin. So I don't know what it is, but it changes and it looks so much better. I feel like a lot of foundations do that, like they kind of settle, but this one in particular, you'll notice, like if you swatch it, if you like go and look at the colours in store, like on your hand, you'll like notice when you first apply them to when you look back, like 5-10 minutes later, they are like slightly different colours. So that's important to know when colour matching yourself or looking online for the shades. So now with the finish, so it's advertising that as like a matte finish but not flat. I would definitely say it's not completely matte. It is definitely got a glow to it. It's definitely got a dew. I wouldn't say it's a dewy foundation, but I wouldn't say it's a matte. It's definitely in between. I would personally describe it as a satin, but it's going to be different on everyone because I've got very oily skin. So foundations on me always go more glowy, even like, well, double wear doesn't go glowy on me, but I will still, like my oils will come through. So even double wear, I'm like going to get a bit of a sheen too. So it's kind of hard to say, but I would definitely say, like, if you've got oily skin, I do think you'd really love this, but I just think it's important that I don't think it's super matte. I definitely, can you see, like, I've still got this glow in like the center, like I haven't powdered or anything yet, so it is really good. So yeah, all I would say is it's just not completely matte. So if you're looking for a really matte foundation, I wouldn't say that is this, but I don't think most people want that anymore, because even like myself, I've got oily skin, I want my skin to still look like skin. So like completely matte can look really cakey, really heavy, like not that flattering. You want something that lasts long and doesn't make you shiny. I think that's what most people are looking for anyway, coming from someone with oily skin. But if you've got dry skin, I don't think this is drying at all. I do think it's pretty good for all skin types, because it's not got that what's the word, like chalky texture like some foundations do, and it's not like cement. Like for me, double wear, like it doesn't move, but like I can feel when I've got it on, and it's definitely like a more going out foundation. I'm gonna put concealer on now and like powder so that you can see it with everything on. I'm just gonna use a mixture of concealers, so it's gonna be like a NYX and a Maybelline situation, because I absolutely love the Magic Way concealer from Charlottetilbury, but I get through them so quickly. I think I just probably use a lot of concealer. And so I run out. So I'm like scraping what I've got left of products. And you can see that one's very light. So, and then the other one's too dark. So I bought this, the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealers from NYX in like 2 shades, thinking like, oh, one's really light and one's like a little bit darker, like I can just mix. They are both so yellow. I have never tried such a yellow concealer. I don't even know if you can see it. Can you see it? No, probably not, but they are yellow, like really yellow. So can you see how like yellowy that is? I know you're going to say I just bought the wrong shade, but they were all really yellow or really light. And I don't like having a super light under eye, because I just personally, like, I just don't like having like a cast or anything. And I don't really have any bags, so I just do it to like lift and like add a little bit of coverage. But yeah, really weird colour range. I'm just going to take like the little baby beauty blender and blend that. But like, I know, so as I was saying about the finish, even though like it's not matte, it still is definitely a satin finish, like a demi matte, but it lasts all day. When I tell you all day, I mean all day. I've never tried a foundation that lasts so long, like crazy long. I still get glowy with it for sure, but not as half as, like, I definitely get more oily wearing like Studio Fix from MAC. I love that foundation, but I do still get quite glowy with it. I think this is going to be like definitely one of my new like night out foundations, because I know that it's not going to move, which is like double wear. That's why I wear double wear, because I just don't want to get shiny, and especially when you go out, it's always like really hot in clubs. Popped the NYX and Maybelline concealer on mix. You can see it's nice and bright, and then I'm just going to set this with the Too Faced peach powder. It smells like peaches. It's not the Born This Way one, it's the more matte one. It smells so nice. I'm just using that because it's like translucent down like the under eyes. The reason I haven't done any eye makeup is because obviously this is like a foundation review, so I want you to be able to see my skin, and I'm gonna film a eye makeup video after this, so I thought that kind of works. So I'm gonna do like a little close-up so you can see. Please ignore my eyebrows, I'm growing them out, I look like a werewolf. But yeah, it is great coverage, honestly. It really does cover like pigmentation. If you've got spots, blemishes, acne scarring, like whatever, it is gonna cover. It definitely is made for people that want that coverage. You can apparently like sheer it out with magic cream and that. I personally haven't tried that, so I'm not sure how that works. Like, well, I'm sure it works, but I don't know how it's gonna look on your skin. It's just like personal preference with coverage, isn't it? But I love a full coverage, and I love, can you see the colour like already has changed? It like, I feel like matches me a lot better now. So I'm gonna do a little bit of bronzer and blusher and just talk you through what I'm using. So I'm just going to talk you through what blusher and bronzer I'm popping on just to finish off the face. So I'm using my trusty, well-loved MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Tan. I did go through a phase of really loving Give Me Sun, but it's just a little bit red sometimes. So I quite like this one because it's a little bit deeper. I'm always on the hunt for the perfect bronzer, and I always come back to this. So I've got the Fenty one, and it makes my foundation go patchy every single time. Every single time. First I was like, oh, maybe it's the primer I'm using, maybe it doesn't work with the foundation, but I feel like I've even worn it with the Fenty foundation and it makes it go patchy, which is really annoying, because the colour's lovely and the pigment's quite nice as well. I probably could have got a darker one, but yeah, I always come back to this one, but I'm always looking for a new one. I like a matte bronzer, to be honest. I kind of use my bronzer as a contour because I'm just kind of lazy, and like for day to day I don't want anything really strong. It's only if I was going out that I would do bronzer and then go in with contour, because this isn't too warm and it's not too cool, so I feel like it kind of works for both. So I just take it like on my apples of my cheeks and then sweep up to the top of the ear. I take it a little bit on my jaw, and then obviously contour the forehead. But these are really nice as bronzers. They're just powders, but obviously, like everyone knows, Give Me Sun, a lot of people use them as bronzers. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush. I'm going to go in with the Glowgasm palette from Charlottetilbury in Lovegasm, and I'm going to mix these two shades together. My god, it's such a mess because I use it all the time. I love that these have got a shimmer to them, and I love that they're peachy. I'm going more with the lighter one and just sweeping that up. It looks so pretty. I never wear pink blush, I always wear peachy ones, just because I think they suit me better. So that is blush and bronzer on. I'm going to put a little bit of highlighter on now. Okay, I'm going to go in with my Doll Beauty highlighter. This is the duo one, so you've got like two shades. Oh my god, I really need to clean my palettes, they're really gross. I'm going to use the darker one today in this because the lighter one is quite light. It's a bit intense. So I'm just going to take this like right on the top of the cheekbone and sweep up, and then same with this side. So this is the finished skin. I love it. So I think it looks great. Really flawless. Just full coverage. There's not a lot else to say. I really like it. It's got Replexing, which is like a serum in it, and it is anti-aging. So that's like a plus side for slightly like older people, but it is full coverage. So you've got that, like a lot of older women like wearing something sheerer or medium, but again, it's like personal choice. But if you're like older and you're looking for something full coverage and like, or you wear double wear and you want something just a little bit less, and obviously it's got like skin benefits and it's so long wearing and it's a little bit more dewy than double wear. I keep reverting back to that, but that's what I would like compare it to, double wear. That's why I keep sort of comparing it to that, because it's quite similar in coverage. So yeah, if you're looking for a new foundation, because there's been so many out at the moment. You've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, you've got this one, Fenty launched a new one, I don't know if that was that recently, but they've definitely launched a new one. MAC have got like the Studio Fix stick one, so everyone is launching a foundation. And Urban Decay have got one as well. So yeah, everyone's got one. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. My final verdict is I absolutely love this foundation. It is amazing coverage, it has amazing longevity. I honestly put this on for work at like 8:30 in the morning, and then I come home at 6 and like it's just a bit glowy, and that's for me most foundations. Whereas usually I come home and I'm like very oily, have to take off, whereas I could come home with this, touch up with a bit of powder and like be ready to go out again. So if you want something that is full coverage, like a satin demi matte finish that's gonna last all day, you will love this. Really recommend trying it, but definitely go and get your colour matched in store, like have a play with the colours, because as I said, they do slightly change. And because it is full coverage, like you can't get away when the colours are wrong. Like if it's something sheerer, like a tinted moisturiser or like really lightweight, kind of like blend it away or like warm up with bronzer or like lighten it with your concealer. But when it is so full coverage, because it is thicker, like if I put on the wrong colour, like you can tell. If I put something on really light or really dark, I'm just gonna look like a mask. So definitely make sure you get the right colour. But all in all, I would like completely rate it 10 out of 10. Really like it. It's definitely gonna be like one of my new going out foundations, and day to day, to be honest, because it's not as like thick. I feel like when I wear double wear, it's like cement, like I can feel it. I just couldn't wear that every day. Whereas this is like breathable, but it looks flawless. So yeah, that is my review of the new Charlottetilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I rambled a lot in this video. I like the foundation. I don't know if you got that. I don't know if I got my point across there. But yeah, I hope you found it helpful for people that are interested in buying it. You can see what it looks like on my skin and from like an oily girl's point of view. But I definitely think it's going to be so good for like combination dry. It is not going to move. I've got a friend that's got like slightly drier skin and she is obsessed with it. Thank you guys for watching. If you've got any video suggestions, just leave a comment below. I'd love to hear them, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.